This...
I just spilled my tea.
Go in there.
Bad catch. Right. This is the brand new Asus ZenFone 10, and it's kind of a miracle. Right from the very moment I unboxed this phone, I just thought, yes, this makes sense. It comes with a hard case right at the very top, a USB-C to USB-C cable, and a 30-watt charger, all included. Plus, the color options. Every one of these phones looks beautiful, and I just love how this grippy, fingerprint-proof backplate gently curves into the matte black side rails. You know, it's funny because when the ZenFone 8 came out a couple of years ago, I actually thought it was hilarious how little character that phone had. But the company has very clearly heard this feedback and made it a mission to bless this phone with very clear personality. And then, the most unique thing about it, the size. After years of accustoming myself to Pro Max size devices, the first thing I thought when this little cutie slid into my hand about 3 weeks ago is yes, this is how it should be. But I still won't switch to it. Most people will not switch to it. In fact, the moment that big phones in general started to take off in around 2011, 2012, phones like this that you can completely use in one hand have plummeted. I mean, just look at Apple. Apple tried not once but twice to make a mini phone work. They introduced the idea with the 12 mini, used the 13 mini to fix that phone's mediocre battery, but even then, it didn't sell. To the point where now, with the iPhone 14s, they just decided, forget the smaller mini, we're going to instead release a Plus, which is bigger than the normal iPhone. But isn't that kind of confusing? I mean, people clearly like the idea of something more manageable. The internet collectively lost their marbles when the iPhone 12 mini was first unveiled. Plus, that phone consistently scored between 4.5 and 5 stars in just about every single review when it came out, so the people who used it clearly enjoyed it. And like me right now, I'm not afraid to admit, my phone... It's too big for me. It's heavy enough that it gets tiring after 20 minutes of holding it, and I'm constantly looking for surfaces to be able to prop my arm up against to support me with it. Not to mention that half the time I've now learned that I have to use the claw position. Partially because if I held it normally, there'd be no way I could actually use it with one hand, but also partially just to prevent it from tipping over and flattening my face. And like, I'm a tall guy, I'm 6 foot, I've got big hands for my height. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Well, for starters, for the vast majority of people, a bigger screen is just better. Like yeah, this ZenFone 10 does have an exceptionally high-end panel. It's an AMOLED display supplied by Samsung, colors look fresh and vibrant, it goes up to 144Hz refresh rate, and is covered in Gorilla Glass Victus for an added layer of drop protection. But